All right, with so many people now having access to the what is it, the FG Assistant app, I wanted to do a stream that kind of shows you how to stream on YouTube, and also I wanted to show off the OCR. I realize I say that a lot, and I don't know whether everybody knows what I'm talking about. I've had a couple of people talk about entering cards lately and typing them in, and so I don't think they're aware that this feature exists. So I wanna enter a card to kind of show you my workflow for how I enter cards, because it's a little different than Grant, um, who did the previous tutorial on it. So I wanted to do that as well. So, yeah, that's the two things I wanted to cover. The first is streaming. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my uh, main monitor display here. And this will display some YouTube. This is like the YouTube streaming thing. Um, Really, what you're going to need to do here is, you'll need to set up your YouTube account and go and set up a live stream and enter all of the stuff. You're going to need this program here, which is uh, displaying an endless loop of bullshit right now, but that's okay. But this is OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio. I highly recommend this program for streaming. It's what I've always used. You can dock the chat over here, which I also highly recommend that you do, because then you can kind of put it off on the side uh, if you have a second monitor, which I do, and all your streaming stuff as well as the chat is there. To get the chat to be kind of embedded, you just go up here to this docs window and custom browser docs, and you'll enter the chat URL into this window. Going back to YouTube, I will show you how to get that chat URL. If you're looking for the chat URL, it will be right here. You can go here, pop out chat. It'll pop it out into the window, and this right here is your chat URL. So you just paste that into that custom browser docs, and you are good to go with your streaming software. Once you've done that, you're going to want to bring up your thing again. Let's close that. We don't need it open. And then I have it set up. I'm going to turn this off real quick so that it will display, my main screen, my secondary screen, just in case I need it, and then the FG Assistant window. To do that, here, I'll turn this on. We'll watch it boot up. You're going to want to boot the game or the application. I avoid calling it a game because it's not really a game. It's more of an application, a tool for playing the game that was created by somebody else. It's not my game. So I like to call it an application. But yeah, you boot this up, it'll do its thing, you let it go. Mine takes a little bit to boot because I've got a lot of cards entered. Okay, so now that this is up, what you're going to want to do, I'm going to turn this off and go back to my main screen, which is going to display the same thing. But when I drag this over here, it'll display that as well. So you'll go into this little plus thing here. You're going to want to hit game capture or window capture. Either one will work. I'll just do game capture here. Give it a name. I called it FG Assistant. I'm going to not call this one FG Assistant because that would get confusing. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to capture specific window. And then you're going to select the FG Assistant.exe window from the options, and it will display everything, and it's got options down here. I've never changed any of those, so I don't imagine that you would need to either. So you hit cancel. You won't hit cancel. I hit cancel because I've already got one. And then we can go ahead and kill that. And I am going to remove that. I don't need it because I've already got the game streaming. So let's go into here and turn off my main screen. So that's basically what you need to do to stream your FG Assistant if you ever wanted to do YouTube streams. The same thing can be said for recording. It's just when you've set it up, you hit start recording instead of start streaming in OBS, and then you can record videos that are not live. So that is up to you. I also highly recommend that you have a microphone. You can actually set up your cell phone to be a microphone on your computer if you don't have a microphone for your computer. Obviously, they're not the best microphones, but they will work until you can get one if you decide that you like streaming or recording videos. So yeah, OBS will accept, I think the one that I used is free. It displays ads in your desktop app and in the app in your phone, but you almost never see them because you're not really ever looking at the desktop app or the app in your phone. It's called Droid Cam, and it's obviously for Android. I'm sure there's other options for the Apple stuff too. But yeah, it allows you to stream like video and audio from your phone, and it will pick it up as a source in OBS, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so with that covered, I was going to add a card. So I am in the process of adding PDF Prime to the FG Assistant store so that everybody can buy the past versions of PDF Prime. So that would be 2021, 2022, and 2023. I'm not going to do ongoing versions because once I post the file, I can't change it on the store. So it makes no sense to have a half complete version and then having to have you buy new versions every time is not optimal. So that is not what I want to do. So I will be posting them, with Jared's permission. This is all done with, I've worked this all out with Jared. But yeah, so you'll get them basically at the end of the year once he's finished for the year, finished sending out main cycle and bonuses. They will be posted in the store. But yeah, I'm in the process of entering all of the PDF Prime cards from 2021, 2022, and 2023. So here you can see we have Jumbo Saruda. I need to enter him. I don't know why his main card is in a subdirectory, but this works. So this is Jumbo Saruda. You flip him over and see Jumbo Saruda. We'll go ahead and enter. So I usually do this information first. This is not required. If you don't enter this, it will fill it in with that. I always enter it anyway, just because I'm kind of... It triggers my OCD not to. So 6 feet 5 inches, 265 pounds. He is from Makioka, Yamanishi, Nishi, Japan. Card set. This is PDF Prime 2022. And these are bonuses. He does not have a special mechanic, so we don't need to worry about that. Ropes, he's an A. Turnbuckle, he's an A. Ring, he's a B. Death jump, he's a B. DQ, he's got 4. Cage, he's got 3. And his pin is 5-2. So we'll go ahead and enter that. 5-2. There we go. Agility is 0. Power is -3. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So now that we have all of that set up, it's just his offensive and defensive instructions. So we'll go ahead here. This is OCR. This red thing, you just encompass the area that you want to read from. So in this case, it's level 1 offense. Once you've done that, you click the camera icon, and it will read everything in. So this is very quick. You just want to go over it and make sure that it read it in okay, because sometimes it won't read a word. I have it set up. If you look here, you can see it decides how accurate it thinks the word is. So it found stomp, and it's 91% sure that that's the word. So basically anything under 70% it won't read in. And so sometimes you'll get situations where it's just unsure of the word and it won't read it in. And so you want to just kind of go through here and make sure that that's not the case. In this case, it's good. It's good about 90% of the time. It really hates the word power slam. It hates the word leg drop. There's a couple of other ones that I've noticed. Once you're done with that, you'll just click over here to level 2. You'll click the OCR button again, and then you'll take the picture. It'll read it in. That looks good to me. Everything looks like it's there. You do the same thing for level 3. And you drag this down, encompass his level 3 offense, hit the button, boom, and it reads it in. So you're good to go there. Let's go through it and make sure that it's looking good. It is. One trick that I notice that a lot of people, again, they ask me about, some cards have bolded stats. Let's say he had the finisher strength for his backdrop increases against smaller guys or something, and there's a bold there. So to enter the bold, you just hit the, the less than, and then B, and then greater than, and then you type in the text you want bolded, so it's +6, whatever. And then you go less than, and then it's a a front slash B, and then the greater than, and it will essentially bold your text, so you can do that. A lot of people didn't know that existed, and I get a lot of questions about it, but it is easy to do, so there you go. I don't use OCR for the defense. You can. It is an option. You just click that and then read it over the defense. But I don't use it. I just hit the first letter and then select what I need to. This is Jumbo 1, Dazed 1, Jumbo 1, Jumbo 2, and Dazed 1 tag. And then you click over and you go Jumbo 1 and Jumbo 2. Hurt 2 tag. Hurt 2. Hurt 2, and then Hurt 2 tag. And then this is a Dazed 1. And then on level 3, you've got Hurt 2. Down 3 tag, leave ring. Hurt 2. This is the pin. And then down 3. So that's literally all you've got to do. OCR makes reading in the offense and stuff very, very easy. Unfortunately, I have it down here on the special mechanics text. I've noticed that a lot of the special mechanics are, especially on bootleg cards, are all over the place, and they're in small fonts and they're hard to read. Small fonts and hard to read is true for the official cards as well. And this does not work very well. It's there for me. It's a developer thing. But it won't be there for you, so you will have to type that in. I am thinking about adding it into the, if you change this to non-wrestler card and you were creating like manager charts or role charts on the back of a card, I'm thinking about adding it in there. But right now you have to type those in by hand too. Once you're done, you just hit save and exit, or save. In this case, we're going to save and exit. Then if we go down here, we can see PDF Prime 2022 bonuses. And there's our Jumbo Saruta card, rated 48. That's a pretty strong card. And he would be ready to use at that point. So, that is basically how I enter a card. That's the workflow I have. Doing all of like the basic stuff, name, height, weight, hometown, which set it belongs to. And then I move up and do the special, like the special mechanics text and all of the, ropes, ring, turnbuckle, death jump, power, disqualification, all of that kind of stuff. And then I finish it up by entering all of the, you know, the offense and defense using OCR or that first character recognition for defense. But that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. Hopefully, a couple of people will have learned about the OCR and will stop entering cards by hand because that is time consuming and a giant pain. Unfortunately, the OCR is Windows only. The library I'm using claims that it works on Mac and Linux, but every time any of the Mac and Linux testers have used it, it has thrown an error, and I can't figure out why. It is basically the compiled code inside the optical character recognition library is calling on a Windows DLL that doesn't exist on Mac and Linux. And because that code is pre-compiled and I can't touch it, I can't change it. So I don't know why they say it works on other other platforms because it clearly doesn't. But so that's a Windows only feature. So if you're on Windows, you know that's an easy way to do it. So yeah, we have upcoming here. We have PDF Prime, the main set for 2021 will be released in February. Here's kind of a preview, and then the bonuses from that set, of which there are many. There are 89 bonus cards, many of them with Warner artwork. All of that stuff should be up in the store on the Patreon page sometime in February, probably towards the beginning of February, because I have it done. And then the idea will be to release 2022 in March and 2023 in April. The price points right now, and this may change between now and then. I need to finalize things with Jared, but just what we had previously talked about was that the main set, which is between 18 and 24 cards, or 18 and 30 cards, or something like that. I think that with some of like the alternates and the bonuses and or the what are they? The April Fool's cards and stuff. The biggest one was 27 cards, so it's somewhere between 18 and 30 cards. Those will be about $20, and then the bonus sets will the set with the bonuses will be about $40. The bonuses vary wildly as far as like how many there are per year. Like I said, there are 89 of them for 2021. I think there's well over 100 for 2022 and 2023. So, $40 might seem like a lot, but that's a lot of cards. A lot of them do have Warner artwork, and kind of like Promoter Prime from, for official Phil Singer stuff. Jared is not shy about releasing some stuff that you might want as bonuses. I believe that in 2022, I believe it was, like a Warner Dunn El Santo card was released as a bonus. So, it's not just throwaway cards in the bonus sets. So they are a little pricey, probably about $40. But, like I said, it's about 100 cards. So it's worth it, in my opinion. But anyway, so those are coming up over the next couple of months, as well as updates to the program. I don't think I have anything crazy to show off right now. There is the theme editor, which I don't think I've shown off yet. But yeah, this is my my theme right now is kind of this black and white. There are other ones that you could, I mean, you could do whatever you want. Here, let's make a new one just to show you. We'll call this one, let's remake the watermelon theme. This is a Legends theme. We'll do the primary color. And let's set that primary color to be kind of like watermelon-y. Like there. There we go. Secondary color. Let's set this one to be kind of like greenish, like right around there. Tertiary color. This is going to be like the color of your menu bars. So let's set that to be... I actually like this better in, what is it? This one. So I can move this around. Let's set that to be kind of like a darker red. Quaternary color, this... I like this to be the same as my primary color because this is like the color that buttons are when they're selected. So like when you've picked something and it's just like what the current active thing is, that's there. So I'm going to go back up here and copy the primary color code, go back down here and paste it. Background color, this is the background in the main menu. Let's make that like watermelon seed, so kind of black. This is your text gradient. Let's make this gold. I liked it gold, or I don't know. Let's get stupid. We'll make it red, and it's going to go from red to green. That will be absolutely hideous, but why not? Icon color. Let's do this kind of like a... We'll do red here. And then we'll come down and we'll make it like, I don't know, the rind color. There we go. So now we hit save theme. We got watermelon. We'll go to main menu. We'll change this to watermelon. And boom. You've got a really ugly screen now. But that's how the theme editor works. You can see here when I highlight things, it highlights it in that secondary color, that green. If you go to the One Night Match, it's still got the table background. That won't change, but all of these obviously have. And if we, let's say we go to random, or no, I don't want to do a random match. That could pick cards that aren't announced yet. So we'll go down here. Let's do the Destroyer versus Pampiro Furpo. We hit start match. Oh yeah, no. Mark Bain says, LOL my eyes. Yeah, it's absolutely hideous. But that was kind of the point. I just wanted to show off something silly. But see, everything has changed, including like the match colors and everything. So, let's end this. Oh, this is new too. Grant, this was because of Grant's videos. He frequently has trouble with the time, so I've added the time that the match is going to be underneath the buttons. So like if you never roll a pin or a DQ because the match ends through some other way, like a chart that says, oh, the match is over, and so you've never actually rolled a pin or a DQ, if you just hit yes, this will always be 0. But this will update with the match time. So now it'll show you what your match time is going to be if you select either of those. And then down here, he always forgot to do this before you hit this. So now you can kind of move this out of the way. And let's say it ended in doubles and you need to roll feud. You can actually do that now. And it'll roll on the feud table. You can also roll dice like... let's say you need to roll a d12 for some ridiculous reason. You can do that, and it will roll, and you'll be good. So yeah, 2d6s is the default, because Phil Singer, you know. But yeah, so those are all new. I am gonna get rid of this god-awful. This is seriously awful. So my NWC theme is linked to my NWC universe. So anytime I come back to the main menu using NWC, it will switch back to the theme. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to remove this watermelon theme. I do not want it. It is ugly. So you do that. Main menu, it's gone. You're good now. And you've still got all three of the default themes if you preferred them. They are still there, but now you have the ability to create your own. So that'll be in February's update. I think that's pretty much it. Everybody knows about the. Everybody knows about this one. I think Grant has shown it off. The all-time records thing, most 5-star matches, all that kind of stuff. I think I've shown it off. Now that I'm thinking about it, but yeah, that'll be in February. And then the card importer for COTG Online. I've talked about it, but I don't know if I've shown it off. But this is it here. The first thing, you enter the event information, which will have like the name, the location, and the date. And then you just copy and paste all the matches in here, and it'll try to make sense of them and add them to a new card and all of that. So that'll be a thing in February as well for people who use COTG Online. I am not one of those people. I have never been a fan of COTG Online. It's just not my thing. But I know that some people have used it in the past. So, oh, and before I go, I just want to show these off. These are available if you haven't got them yet. They are selling fairly well, actually. But Slim's series, his Legends cards, are available on the shop now. This is Series 1. Features Big Bubba Rogers, Jake the Snake, JYD, Meng, Ron Simmons, Ricky Steamboat, Raven, and Mike Rotunda. He's got 3 of these, so. Series 2 features Bad News Brown, Blue Blazer, Hakushi, Honky Tonk Man, Johnny B. Bad, Killer Khan, Repo Man, and Tatanka. And Legends 3 is down here. And it's got Akeem, Brother Love, Face and Heel. And these are interview charts. Bunkhouse Buck, Crusher Khrushchev, Mean Marcalis, Razor Ramon, a 605 card for Tony Schiavone and David Crockett. This one here is the interview, so you can have like a 605 interview thing. This one here is sort of like the segment chart. So if you're running a TV show that's formatted like 605, this will have all of the segment stuff. And then Umaga, so it's 10 cards, but 2 of them are the same art, just with different charts on the back. The charts take quite a while, so. And all of this is done with participation from Slim. So if you buy those sets, he's getting paid for them. I take a small cut to pay for the Patreon pays or charges a shop fee and a payment processing fee, and so I keep a little bit to pay for that. But otherwise, the rest of the money goes to the creator. It's a 60, just for transparency's sake, it's a 60-40 split. And then my 40 covers the shop fee and the payment processing and all of that kind of crap. So, but yeah, it's a good way to support these creators through FG Assistant. Like if you don't play on tabletop and don't want to buy physical sets or PDFs, you can always buy these and it will support them as well. They are getting the money for it. So just something to keep in mind. The same will be true of the PDF Prime sets. Jared will be getting the money. So it's not like I'm trying to make a buck off of them. The other thing I guess worth noting is that this update should be coming sooner rather than later. A lot of the updates have been coming like middle of the month. The February update should be coming kind of at the beginning of February. So we're talking, I don't know, like I want to say probably the first weekend of February, unless February starts on a weekend. Let's see. It doesn't. It starts on a Thursday. So, yeah, probably like the 3rd or the 4th. We'll see the update to FG Assistant. A lot of these features have been things that I have added all throughout, like even some as far back as like December, I started working on them. So a lot of them are fairly well done at this point and, ready to go. So there's not a whole lot that I need to withhold. But yeah, that's pretty much today's stream. Hopefully y'all learned something, and I will catch y'all later.